Imagine an organization with no central governing body to operate it, a company without a management board to provide oversight. Would it be able to function? Would there be chaos and anarchy? Hi, I'm Rashan Gidwani, and you are watching another episode of Finance Zen. This time, I will be telling you all about decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs for short. A DAO is a blockchain-based, community-run entity with no centralized body to govern it. Instead, community members come together to achieve common goals based on a particular set of codified rules that define how the organization works. Did I lose you there? Stay with me. I'm going to explain how DAOs operate. So, how exactly does a DAO work? To illustrate, let's talk for a second about how traditional corporations operate. Typically, shareholders in a traditional corporation would meet at a board meeting to vote on any decisions or changes to the company. The decisions made at the board meeting are then implemented or executed by the management team, typically headed by a CEO. The traditional corporation relies on a top-down approach where decisions are made by top leadership, which then trickle down to the bottom for implementation. A DAO, however, does not have a CEO or centralized board of management to carry out any of these decisions or tasks. Instead, it uses a bottom-up approach, where every member of an organization has a voice in the decision-making process. In a DAO, the functions and role of a management board are replaced by a technological feature called smart contracts, a set of self-executing contracts written in lines of code that defines the rules and boundaries of how the DAO should operate. This enables the DAO to essentially automate itself and operate without the need for humans to perform tasks. For example, a set of rules can be coded into a smart contract to determine how a DAO's funds are spent or accessed. Once the codes are programmed and implemented, they cannot be modified by any member of the organization. That's not to say that the rules can no longer be improved. Modifications to the codes can still be done, but members of the DAO must first vote on them. If a change is required, it is usually recommended in the form of suggestions. The modifications are enacted when the proposal receives a majority of votes from stakeholders or when the proposal meets a certain set of conditions in the network consensus rules. At this point, you may be wondering how voting rights in a DAO are acquired. Much like the shareholders in a traditional corporation, the DAO's token holders have the power to decide on the rules through a voting system. These rules and transaction records are then transparently stored on the DAO's blockchain. At the inception of a DAO, financing is needed in order for the DAO to function properly. One common method is to raise cash through a token issuance, in which the protocol sells tokens in return for funds. Token holders are then granted voting rights depending on their token ownership. There is no formal contract that binds DAO members to it. Instead, all members have the same aim, which binds them to the consensus standards. The rules are clear since they are written in an open source program that controls the organization. Now that you've learned what a DAO is and how it works, stay tuned because in the next episode, I'll share the key benefits of a DAO as well as its downsides. Hey, nobody said it was perfect. Till then, ciao.